Cherry, 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 everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We return to protect our little girl. Well, our hierarch. Well, also, hello, Viridian. Thanks for being loyal as always. And I know at least one person is popping in over on YouTube. So, anyone over there? Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Lurking in the mirror dungeons is perfectly fine. Let's do the Xichun's finale. Let's drive. Drive and save our hierarch! Stages. Hoi hoi! Oh, wow. A lot of people here today. Hey, Magscab, welcome, welcome. My cat is once again trying to get my attention. Okay, kitty, you can be on my lap. I'll allow you on the lap. Now, let's go to the finale, the finals. Okay, that should work. A terrible jest Jia Yuanchun plays, down to the very last day. Too much time has passed already. I have already given her clan, including Wei, instructions to keep their eyes on the palanquin, and as I observe such strangeness from the palanquin bearers. Yet, there are many places to which one may covertly kidnap the family hierarch. Well, I just know it's probably going to be someplace utterly terrible. Still, we have to... Your heart is still in a rush. I do not mean to imply that we will abandon her to fate. Look, I have selected a few places on the map that have the highest probabilities of being their destination. As the time is not on our side, the Heishao packs and your team will have to mobilize separately to explore all possible options. Among them is I aim to send you towards this place. Indeed, the glorified internment camp of Hongyan, now shut down. Pinghan Residential Support Zone, peace and calm. It is a policy Jia Yuanchun and the former Jia Miu pursued. Oh? What horrors await us? The policy was indefinitely tabled, and the zone was closed off. Well, yeah, case for why she's a terrible choice. On top of the fact that she is effectively an outsider at this point. Anyway, and the zone was closed off, as many voiced reluctance to pass it. But I find it hard to believe that Jia Yuanchun would admit defeat so easily. Of course not. It is a secluded place, perfect to secretly bring harm to the family hierarch, not to mention the symbolic value it carries. Ah, you and your symbolism, you... I am so hoping that I get the opportunity to impale you and flay you alive, woman. I hope she's okay. Don't worry, we trained her well. Have some faith in your pupil. You have taught her to be to the best of your abilities, have you not? I trust that she will be able to fend for herself until our arrival. Yeah, we have trained her really, really hard for the entire month, and we came down to the wire, but we got basically everything. The only reason Jia Yuanchun would employ such under-the-table tactics. Yeah, possibly, although that might be abstracted a bit. Maybe not. Who knows? Is because she knows that a fair match would not be in her favor. So, let us yank her hand out from under the table and make her regret it. Let's do what we do to thieves. Chop off the hand. That's how... Let's chop off that hand and, well, discipline her. Yes. Time for my war face. The Hierarch Research Operation. Well then. They wanted a Hierarch. Let's bring them. Full Heishao rupture. Well, not full yet. I still have a few units to go, but I have a fair good team here. You. Oh, that gives you plus bonuses. We hurried ourselves along the winding passages of Hongyan. At first, I thought we might have been able to move faster had the Mephistopheles been here with us, but walking through the winding, irregular paths reminds me why palanquins were a thing in Hongyan. Yeah, possibly, but I like fighting. I like murder. Murder's fun, plus I like messing around with the teams. Already. Upon our arrival at the location Zigong pointed us to, something emerged from the dark. A figure, no 2, 4. A small platoon of shadows. Damn it, we're surrounded. All we are surrounded by, Gregor, is fear and dead men. Release the Heishao pack. The shadows slithered into physical form, lapping their purple, serpentine arms at us. C branch of the Heishao packs. Don't they belong to the family hierarch? Tisk. Oi, what now? What do you mean, what now? We can't sit here and waste any precious time. So, kill and be killed. Come on, let's fight our way out of this ambush. Oh yeah. Ain't that usually my thing to suggest? Fighting's all about morale, eh? Sinclair, you learned well. Looks like the classes did have some effect. Good. I'm happy for you. Sinclair's right. We don't have any time to waste. Let's kill. Murder. I am going to make you pay for hurting our little Xichun. Xichun Protection Squad, assemble! Now let's first look at what they do. Let's see. Okay. Pretty standard. It's set up similar to my versions. No real change there. See, now's our chance. Spark 1, gain. If target death right. Okay, nothing too major. So, you. Get everyone going. That was the only free shot you guys were going to get. Because now, I think almost everyone has their buffs. Okay, you retreat order someone. Let's. And then let's bring in the next lot. So go. He's faster than you know. Okay, family hierarch won there, so Sinclair? Oh. Is his egg breaking? Okay, so Faust, do your thing. Okay, you retreat, and let's send in the.
너희만 괜찮다면 혹시
Good, all
우리를
good.
도와서
Good.
아니,
And then you. Now,
그건
let's.
선택의 순간이 필요하니까 내가 정할 순 없겠네.
Now, let's go.
아쉽다. 그치? 지금은 좋았어.
Yeah, Ismail basically has like 3 attacks now. You had to drop that. Oh well.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Answer me! Hey, Shao Kahn! Redeem yourself, Faust. Oh yeah, she does. I really cannot wait to get the 2 remaining Hei Shao in order to properly fully assemble this team. Do I have enough? Not quite. I need 1 more envy.
시간 끌 것 없이
Answer me, Hei Shao Pack.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
숨통 끊기.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
길을 열어.
It's very satisfying to just see the big numbers call. Nice job, Ishmael. And I know I've won this, but I want to do this in style. Unleash the dragon. Can you not flub all your points? Anyway, where were we? Unleash the dragon.
더럽혀진 몸은 모를 하늘조차 없다시니 악하다는 모든 것들아 나 영원토록 뻥을 잡구나.
I know this is gross overkill, but it is cinematic as hell, and can you just imagine how this would probably look from a in-universe perspective? It's just like a case. What the hell just happened? The sin.
목을 떨궈주마. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도
Like
없겠구나.
from an. I've said this before, but
세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
Queenie really talks a lot anyway.
근데 내일도 지금처럼
또 한 줄
So who did
길을 남겼고.
a lot here? So obviously family hierarchy. Ishmael didn't get much opportunity,
세월이 지나면
but still
홍로는
good.
그제야 알게 되겠지.
So let's
이
see.
홍로가
Let's deal with some more. Yeah. Let's murder them. Let's kill. It is. I am curious on how the snakes are on the enemy side, though. Not curious enough not to murder them, though. Come on, win. Don't. Sinclair. Oh well.
저 해충들을 도려내라.
저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군. 괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
길을 열어라.
I guess that's to be expected when you do these. Yeah, I would have done the same, Queenie. Okay, good. Majority of them actually activated. No need to be fancy here. Let's just do this the normal way.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
Win rate! Just watch the big numbers fly. And
그림자 속으로 가라.
okay, good. Progress is being made.
너희들의 사랑을
House,
위해
don't spit. Good.
저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이러면 승리도 시간 문제지.
Okay.
목을 떨고
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요.
고작 이 정도 탕로에 하더구나.
Alright, so let's use
또 한참을 떠들
what
시간.
options does he have?
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
And let's do a retreat order to bring in Ishmael now. She should have a good chunk of skills, and we have gained the momentum.
숨통 끊기.
And
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 공격을.
oh, I just love just the damage some of these attacks go.
불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
저 해충들을 보여내라.
Okay. Gregor.
물러나라. 네 목숨은 아직 따로 쓸 곳이 있다. 적을
Okay, so Rodian dropped off.
쓸모를 보여라.
마법 소녀들은 항상 인력난에 시달리거든. 너희
Ishmael, do your thing.
우리를 도와줘. 아니야. 그건 선택의 순간이 필요하니까. 내가 정말
Nice.
아쉽다.
끝내지.
그치?
깨우치시게.
Bang.
가치 없고 죽어라.
Although, on the subject of the whole potential woman thing, I think it's more just a case of, well, we didn't have all the things needed for her. But
넌 푸름을
one of the
틔울
big
수 없다.
pluses about Limbus Company's design is the fact that they can have these units that have such unique synergies, and they don't have to. Doesn't feel like a cheap way to get you to spend more money, because the game has the dispense system, allowing you to basically get any combo unit you need if you have the shards available, which I think is lovely. It also opens a lot more room for creativity. Oh yeah, I don't...
가치 없고
Oh, that's entirely fair. I can understand people not liking the whole retreat and come back style.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야.
Personally, I actually very much like the retreat and come back style.
기쁜 거야.
It makes me... I just find it fun, the idea of units swapping in and out of the back line to hit hard.
또 한 줄.
So I personally find it a very appealing style to set up.
길일 뿐이지만
It's why I also like Lord
세월이 지나면
Hong Lu here, because he also does a bit of a retreat and come back style. Currently, I'm just hoping to get a few more Peishao units, because if I can get more Jia family units. Yeah, I know there are gifts and like that do that, but what I really want is that Jia family units are... Like, if I have a Jia Heathcliff, that's all I really need. I need something that allows Heathcliff and Don to play with Hong Lu's gimp technique here. Then I can have him doing constant switch-outs, switch-ins, allowing me to basically activate skill 3s every single turn, as units just keep switching in and out activating their skill 3s with his special unique passive. That is what I find fun. Okay, so let's see what the... what... How many of these do I have? Okay, I almost actually have enough to get... I might actually be able to grab, Chicken Sinclair, which we fun. Oh, the Adept. So I get all the Heishao... Yeah, over on YouTube, I'm Kirchin. Can't wait until I get all the Heishao and Xichun Ishmael so I can build a team entirely based on switching out as much as possible. Oh yeah, I agree with you. That is a dream of mine. I just love the idea of in, out, switch, in, out, constantly swapping off. It feels very dynamic. Currently the main ones I need to I just need a thing for Mersault, a thing for Dawn, and a thing for Heathcliff. Once we have those units... Yeah, Honglu ping pong with Ishmael balls and Heishao.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다.
The first thing I noticed upon entering the room was that it was hot and muggy with the heat of battle. Also evidenced by the corpses of Sea Branch Heishao torn wildly apart about the room. Oh. Who's that? Oh. Wei. Yeah, someone was pissed. Someone went completely apeshit. A bloodied beast rises ponderously from the ground, its gaze rising to meet ours. Wait, Wei? Wei, please don't have gone insane. I don't want to fight you. Hold on, his eyes. Something's definitely off here. He's not looking at us, he's... Rodia cut off abruptly, having noticed that something didn't feel right. Away. Away with you! The hooves intermittently kicked the ground with anticipation and aggression. What happened here? Did the Heishao make it into the exam hall? Limbless snakes, dare trespass. Your hideous coils. I will crush them to mulch under my hooves. Your way, right? He's completely lost it. I'll ground your filthy scales to dust! Wei, my man. Please just keep your sanity. Alright, so what the hell do you do and... Oh, it's one of these fights. So what... Conditions unmet, conditions unmet. Yeah, I can tell. So let's see, target. So gain power from tremor and rupture. Okay. Gain power from tremor and rupture as expected. As +6 gain. If at lower percent, this unit's coins always flip tails. Okay, that's something I should be careful of. Oh, let's see. Okay, thank God I'm not using a sinking team because, you know, sinking a negative coin sanity is not a good thing. Let's see, base power and rupture, conditions unmet. Okay, so let's see, encounter, reset this to endgame. Okay, so he has that, which gives him Strider and Berserking. Let's see. So he's losing stats as a result. Okay. Takes reduced damage from all the status effects. If the units with cracked, it does not activate the target's rupture effect. Okay. If this unit has Strider, inflict concussion, which should be something to avoid. Okay. Soul lost in daylight. Strider gain recoiling. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction after all. When hitting with a skill that triggers. Against targets without tremor. Does not units recoin stacks max. Consume it all then. Okay. I'll scrape every fill. Gain extra stuff. On Clash Loss, if this target's coin was a plus coin, target heals SP. If the target's coin was minus, loses SP. Then gives. Okay. And a sanity unbridled. Okay, let's think about this clearly. Don't want to swap in just yet. So let's see. Which one's the most dangerous? Since you can... Okay, so these are the most dangerous. And so I'll target that one. Thankfully, I've got a number of threes that give me the mouse status. I'll target that one. And see. Target that one. Sinclair, you can... Since you have a lowers one, you can target that. And Gregor, can you beat that? You have good odds. And okay, and then you can probably beat that. That seems to work. Okay, and go. Never mind. That's one.
앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
I have no idea what just happened there. Okay, good. We need to raise his sanity. We need to get him sane again.
해냈구나. 나랑 그랬을 거야.
잠시 무릎 꿇는 것을 두려워.
Oh yeah, I know something fucky happened. Oh.
신발이면 남는다네.
Oh boy. Hey, this is not going to be pleasant. Hey. Okay, so let's see what I got here. Let's see what's it. Struggling, struggling, struggling. Neutral, struggling, neutral. Have to. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. So since this is all hopeless, might as well use this to make sure that doesn't go through. What can you do? Okay, let's do a swap out. Power counter, power counter. Power counter that one. Neutral, neutral. Neutral. Also, neutral, power counter that one. So that one's going to be the biggest problem. Yeah, I can tell. The issue here is that he has his... I lost basically every roll that one time. Okay, yeah. And that one's targeting... I don't need to worry because Faust has defense assist going and we know how the He shall act. Now let's gamble a bit. Go. I swear to RNGesus, what the hell? This... What the hell? This is bullshit. Like, okay. I am going to beat you here. The issue is I can't gain momentum. There goes one of my Xichun.
본인이 조심하라고 말씀드렸지.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, my Lord.
적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보라.
먹혀버렸어.
Thank you, my Lord.
이렇게 노력하고 있는데
The
왜
big issue I need to get momentum back. That's the problem. I need to gain momentum over. Yeah, I don't know what that does, but that is clearly very important. Ishmael? Yeah, it's get momentum early and don't lose it. Yeah, I think my biggest problem is that I didn't get the momentum early. Sinclair, but now I think I'm regaining momentum thanks to the fact that the units that sub out now have sanity back. And wait, why are you? Wait a second. What does this new skill do? You'll see here. Deal damage dealt by this. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, but now I think I've gotten some momentum back. Big thing is I just need to regain momentum on him, and then from there I can more easily deal with problems. Okay, let's that one, focus on that one, and then you focus hit any of these. Okay, I think I've got this. Everything has good stats, good odds. I have momentum in my favor again, and then I think I can. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, Ishmael gets her three attacks.
무상은 없음. 불끈에 지원했군.
Okay. And oh, I just noticed the sanity reset. That's actually a good thing, because now there's sanity.
필요 없다.
I can't let him win clashes. I need to make him sane again. That's the key. He must be sane. Okay, wake up, man. This is way out of line. Oh, you mean family hierarchy Ishmael Scarborough, one of family hierarchy candidate. He is pretty fun. And her main gimmick or thing is the fact that she basically swaps in and out and has some fun mechanics for when she does so. It takes a little bit of a team to make her really shine, but she is pretty good. Especially when it comes to this Hei Xiao team with Hong Lu. But yes, and bam. Oh, something happened. Excuse me, frog in my throat there.
마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까 내가 응원해줄게.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh, need to. Yeah, she's a pretty fun unit. Okay. Now let's see. I think it's only appropriate that she is the one countering that, and then I shall answer me Hei Xiao pack. Claire is doing good as well, so yeah. See, I've regained the momentum. Now I have more of a chance. I can keep this momentum, and I think I'm going to win this. All of his skills are being countered. Okay. Now I just need to hit hard. I can imagine that his AoE could wreck you. Like, that was pretty scary when I saw it, and it can very easily spiral out of control. This is a heavily momentum-based fight from what I can see, with the primary mechanic being that he can't let him lose sanity. Most of his coins appear to be negative sanity, and he loses it whenever he wins. So the key here is that you need to regain momentum, get your sanity up quickly, and stop him from losing his sanity. Oh god, no, that would be a terrible idea. Okay. There's a big attack. What the hell does that do? Okay, let's see, there's the big mad steed. For everyone. Let's see. Well, let's gain more attack weight, thus that class lost, lose power deal. Okay, he has to lose this one. There's this may or may not be the best option, but that's so thematic I have to go with it. Let me see here. What can you counter any of these? Good, you can hit that one. So something you So let's see here. What you can counter that one. I'll have you deal with the weaker attacks. Can deal with that one. Ishmael, you take care of that bit, and what final attack is going through? Okay, yeah. I am dominating on all fronts, all good. So long as someone doesn't job, I should be fine. Ow, ow. Yep, Sinclair, do it. Do it for your bestie. Okay, and then... He's almost at stagger range. That's good. One way. It's almost a stagger range, and then we have to just... Then we just unload everything we have. Oh. Otis. Otis, why did you have to job? Okay, so what was I going to do? +18. Yeah, I guarantee that one down. The trunks gained a bit high, so might as well bring out the big guns here. I bring out big gun here. Can you? Okay, you're dominating on some of these, so that's good. Good. I'm going to power counter one of these. These send someone in a retreat. You dominate. Yeah, best. Fluid Sac is literally just the best Faust. Like, Fluid Sac is one of the best egos in the game for a reason. Darn it, done. Darn it, and the rest of my units are too slow to fully counter these, so... Let's see. So just So my only hope is that I stagger him before he counters. Which, considering I got a bunch of free attacks, is possible. Now, Fluid Sac, that should give me some wiggle room. This one is going to hit like a beast, though. Sinclair, do the thing! To embrace you, I endure the endless descent. Fire artillery barrage. You know, I didn't deal as much damage as I thought it would. Yeah, come on, he's so close to staggering. Good, he's staggered. Good, he's staggered. That gives me opportunity. Now you retreat and next person come in. I forgot that you're the next person, Yi Sang. Matters not. Matters not. Let's unload with what we have. Let's see what do I have here. That one. Ishmael, you're a whaler, remember? Wail on him. Come on. Now let's follow the light. Full speed ahead! Towards the light! Towards the flickering light. Come on. Okay. So I have 2 dead, Hei Shao. Unfortunate, but that's just how this is. Well, at least my scapegoat is... I target that one, that should take care of that. And then you can take care of that, you're good. Sinclair, you have been great. Good job so far. Let's continue this winning streak. See which... That one seems important. Assault. Stab him. Ishmael, kick him in the nuts. Yi Sang, do the thing. Go. Okay. Almost there, yeah. I have a pretty good team here, I think. Come on, come on, come on. It's all about momentum at the end of the day. Momentum and just gotta know when to recover. Plus, you know, having some really busted units. Oh yeah, that will do it. Let's carve the path of a lord. My victory. Yes.
오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
Yes.
내일도 꼭
Got it.
불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
To date, the main ones who've given me trouble have been
내일도
Ricardo and GRQ. Wait. Hey, are you all right? My ladies, she's in there. Please, you must. Listen, buddy. You're not looking so good. That nasty wound Lei Heng gave you starting to bleed again. Dia Xichun's Hei Shao will be here soon. stay here and wait for their arrival. Don't you worry about a thing, Mr. Wei. Xichun's going to be just okay. Today, did you already forget who taught her? If only she hadn't chosen me then. No, I think her choosing you was the correct choice. She could have achieved such heights. She could have risen much higher than where she now stands. My dude, he is about to become hierarch. She's proper hierarch now. You can't get much higher. Please. I understand that you probably have a serious concussion, but please. She made the right choice. Wei's eyes shook restlessly, lost in the streams of past. Don't you know this already, Mr. Wei? Xichun became the hierarch to transform Hongyan into a nest that serves its lowest. Exactly. Exactly. She became the hierarch to serve those people beneath her.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군.
Okay, so who did the most damage here?
길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면
Okay, so
홍호는 그제야 알게
Honglu,
되겠지.
as expected, did tons of damage.
이
So
홍로가
Rodian unexpectedly, yeah, and
뭘
Faust.
권지를.
Now, Ishmael got pretty high up there. The Mal branches didn't do as well, and you two utterly jobbed. Like, just completely jobbed this one. And going. And I think that actually also means that I have enough for... Yep. I got the chicken. Bok, 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 bok. Oh.
마침내 동원의 드글거리는 애충을
Bok, 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 bok.
할 시간이 찾아온 거죠.
Rooster. The Lord has finally permitted the roosters to crow. The time to exterminate the vermin infesting Hongyang has come. Bok, 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 bok. And let's just do a quick thing. Let's see. Not enough to get him leveled up fully yet. So I can't use him for the next part. Oh well. Oh well, that's just how it is. Still, Crazy Chicken's going to be a fun addition to the team. Ah, the Master. Let's begin. Master, when I left you, I was... No, sorry. When I left you, I was but the student. Now I am the Master. It was you, your big sister Yuan Chun's final exam. If you were going to kill me anyway, why did you just take me out? Why didn't you just take me out from the get-go instead of wasting all that time teaching me, pretending to be my master? Wait, let me get into the mood. Let me take a drink of water and pretend to be drunk. I would hardly deem the hours spent in joy as waste, would you? Well, I'm not even surprised. Dongyan's full of backstabbers anyway. Do not even trust anyone who approaches you first. It is a saying that saved a lot of lives in Hongyang and the city. Normally, those types of people wait until my guard is down to strike. You had plenty of opportunities to kill me during those classes. I gotta say, I forgot a bit of my edge when I was swinging those sticks. Hehehe. The one who hired me handed me, along with my payment, a silken bag of dried wolfsbane powder. So you were hired to poison me. Why didn't you? Yeah, this man is an enigma. Why would I use that to claim my pupil's life, when I could use it to pay off my tab and buy me a few bottles of quality wine at a local kazan, which I did? They're precious enough to sustain 3 generations of family, eh? What? My life has thus far been one of rivers and footpaths, drifting hither and thither as the currents took me, a meaningless life of having gained nor left behind nothing. I'm often reminded of a legend, and it's going to be confirmed by whether or not he draws a pair of twin swords. And wouldn't you know it, this kid who'd just become the next hierarch, for the first time in the history of family hierarchs I'd seen, refused the true master of Hongyan. How do you know that? Those with vision of the future for the future of Hongyang would grip the land as though it belongs to them. And Hongyang, trapped in the grasp of a series of intrepid individuals, grew dark and suffocating, because they were all infected by the same poisonous worm, the same ideas, the same toxic slime. The other pupil, who initially seemed to have been included in the lessons as nothing more than an extra, may as well have forced the lessons out of me. No, not Musashi. Not Musashi, actually. Scarborough is asking about Musashi, but no, not that one specifically. There is a old Chinese legend about I think the Tomb of the Three Emperors or something like that. Basically, it is legend goes something along the lines of Emperor commissioned a blacksmith to create a exquisite sword, but that was basically impossible to do. The blacksmith then tried, couldn't do it until a meteorite fell, and he forged the sword from that. But long story short, his furnace couldn't get hot enough to melt the metal. So his wife did some Chinese sacrifice magic in order to essentially how should I phrase this? Alright. In order to essentially heat up the forge at the cost of her own life, using her life as the kindling. The blacksmith was despaired, but he didn't want her sacrifice to go to waste, so he ended up making two swords, which I think they Kansu and Byakyu or something like that. Literally Emiya's swords from Fate, actually. And he sent one to the Emperor as requested, but the Emperor then learned that another sword equally as exquisite was made and sent soldiers to kill the blacksmith and take the other sword, because no other man deserved a sword as great and splendid as his. Blacksmith basically gave the sword to his son, who ran away and later on grew up into a rebel. The thing is, the son wanted to assassinate the emperor but couldn't. There's no way he could get close. So he turned to the aid of an old drunken vagrant of a master, a man who his father had shown kindness, as who promised him that he could fulfill the young man's request. Long story short, old drunken vagrant master killed the rebel young man, brought his head to the emperor, used that as an excuse to get close, where they had the emperor, as part of policy was essentially to boil the head in oil so that it's unrecognizable. And the vagrant requested to be the one to do it. Long story short, tricked the emperor close enough, snatched the sword from the emperor's waist, cut off the emperor's head, and threw it into the vat of boiling oil with the son's head, and then, as a final FU, cut off his own head so it fell into the vat as well. And long story short, he succeeded, and there was no way they could tell which head was the emperor's, so they had to bury all three in a single tomb. It's a fun little bit of mythology that I quite enjoy. Sorry, my history buff went on my head there. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. And after a while of frolicking with the bumbling hierarch... Yeah, off with their heads, and off with my head, and off with that guy's head as well. Version. As I said, there are a lot of variations of similar stories, Scarborough. It could be a similar vein, could be a deviation, who knows. Anyway, after a while, and particularly nasty pupil, it seems that I shared all that I know with the both of you. Hey, despite the present circumstances, my lessons have all been without a speck of falsehood. Come then, never once have I taught a pupil who would fail at such a place. And if you do, I don't suppose you were a pupil of mine anyway. I honestly respect the Night Drifter. I respect him. Now let's see if you can defeat this fully armed and operational Xichun. Begin. You know your structure. You can do this, Xichun. Like a phoenix of wings of a phoenix. Bam, 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 bam. True leader never abandons her men. Yep. Bam. And then, splendid as the blossoms, light as the wind, yet sharp as a bee's sting. Oh yeah, she is doing a fantastic job. Oh, here comes his ultimate attack. The true decapitation strike. Nothing compared to the trials that Fixer faced. Oh, it's over already? Well, you did a good job, Xichun. You did a good job.
압도했습니다. 제 기존 검술보다 한층 더 향상된 기술을 쓸 수 있었다고 생각합니다.
Okay, so
시청자의 수가 대폭 증가하게.
Let's rescue the hierarch operation. Next step.
다음 배송지는
True enough. True enough.
다들 기운이 넘치는군. 역시 본인이 직접 선별한 용기를 북돋는 영웅답.
Yeah, some.
되었는가?
이 앞에 숨.
Fair enough. I guess I'm just going to win rate this bit because when in doubt, sometimes you just gotta win rate.
숨통 끊기.
My lord, are you jobbing back there?
목을 떨궈주마.
메이저. 아니야. 마이너 아르카나 정도겠지? 조심해. 마이너라고 해도 생각보다 강할 수 있으니까. 내가 응원해줄게.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하다.
저 해충들을 모여내라.
Okay. Oh, good. Answer me! Hey, Frau Faust, do the thing! Now do it again. I love the combo attacks though. They're just so cinematic. I really cannot wait to see what they cook up for Ryoshu's section.
물론
You know, go all full Japanese with stuff.
적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보여라.
Ishmael, do the thing. You do that thing, and yeah, regain momentum.
헤어내리. 무상은 없음.
And bam, the Crimson Spring.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑이
정작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 이대로면 승리도
I think the biggest thing when it comes to the strategy of substitution tricks that
보스에서 회고해야지 않겠는가.
that I think really works for this kind of team is how quickly it allows you to regain momentum. Because
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
oh, I do agree, Nagamakis are underrated weapons. Anyway, as I was saying, I think one of the big upsides of the substitutions tricks and the general how to phrase this and the general substitution tactics is that when characters substitute in, they get sanity boosts to start off, which is a very good thing in situations where you're trying to gain momentum quickly, or in some cases is where you're simply trying to regain momentum after losing it. Like right now, I second. Like in the previous fight, when I
모조리 치워버리죠.
did the retreat and got the new units, it allowed me to more easily swing back around, as I suddenly had a few units who had very high sanity, which allowed me to get the momentum I needed to shift things back in my favor.
그림자 속으로 가라앉게.
And now, unleash the dragon. The heavens has spoken. This tarnished, filthy bottle has no skies to rise. Oh, all the fell things of this world, remain here with me for eternity! I'm going to bleed on you.
내 아르카나 슬레이브 정도 수준인걸. 한 번에 앞당기는
시켜달라고
공격은 역시 필살기에 걸맞지? 멋졌어. 나도 저럴 때 멋져 보이려나.
가치 없군. 죽어.
악당 패치 성공! 오늘도 정말
Okay,
멋진
that's-
활약이었어. 내일도 꼭 불러주기야. 세상이 평화로워지는 건 기쁜 거야.
Although one thing which I am looking forward to with Ryoshu's Kanto is that
피를 남겼군.
I really want to see the index again. I want to see how they will
세월이 지나면
translate the index
그제야 알게 되겠지.
into this.
이 홍로가
Because the index are just
무얼 바꾸었는지를.
like, say what you will about them, they have style. The white and black, the coats, they have style with their looks. Yeah, well, the thing is that I've noticed is that Kantos have been getting a little bit more hopeful every time. Each Kanto we've gone slightly more hopeful. With that said, yeah, Ryoshu's Kanto is going to be depressing as hell. Very, 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 very depressing. Because there is no way that this is not going to touch on some messed up, screwed up, just horrible stuff. Because Ryoshu she's probably gone through a lot of stuff. So let's see what student becomes the master. Okay,
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 거래.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware. The red curtain, the whole thing of her daughter being burnt and all that.
최고의 방책은
Oh, Jia Xichun.
전쟁이
I
일어나지
guess they're
않게
still
하는
fighting here.
그 해결사의 역경에 비하면 좋아, 구조를 파악했어.
It is impressive just seeing these two fight, and also thank God I have her so many buffs because she's exactly fighting semi-seriously here.
꽃처럼 화려한 바람처럼 가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게.
Can't touch this. Bam. And, you know, I guess this guy is the example of the classic phrase, fear a old man in an industry where men die young.
동료를 포기하지 않아.
Because, well, he is very much an old drunken vagrant, yet he is alive still.
바람처럼 가볍지만
And
벌처럼 날카롭게.
so it is nice to see the fun numbers flashing in my screen. Oh good, he staggered. Xichun! Now that's impressively sneaky. So they're not Beast of Pyongyang for nothing, eh? They just had to get between me and my pupil's spar. Hmm? They shall... Master? Wait. You've been working for Jia Yuanchun the whole time? Well, I mean, she did send him to us. What do you expect? To be perfectly honest, he basically chose a highly lethal weapon, but it basically backfired splendidly. Haven't you known me long enough by now to tell? Brief as our acquaintance has been, my service is to no one but the bottle. To have all 12 masters squeeze into battle when things were just starting to get interesting is quite discourteous, don't you think? Yeah, and Master stabbing his pupil in her back isn't? Just as Sinclair and the Night Drifter were locked in an argument. There's the assassination attempt. The Heishao beasts who followed us into the room swung their purple arms at Jia Xichun without hesitation. Slithering serpent arm, which suddenly extended into a considerable length. Haven't I already given you due complaint, my friend? Were stopped inches from Jia Xichun's neck by the Night Drifter's arm, biting him instead. Now that's one potent venom. I can feel it spreading through my veins. Listen here, snakes. Haven't I done you courtesy enough? Go back to your holes. I'll even give you an excuse you could give to your lord. Say that you had to withdraw, as the Night Drifter of the Drunken Panel on the Drunken Palm got in your way. We serve the same client. Might as well let me take all the blame for your failure. Yep. But the Heishao wordlessly stood their ground. Fine. I don't think you'd listen to someone who doesn't even hold your leash. Fight says Horelu, warrior! Yeah. Tooey. Too bad, too bad. Well, I suppose this should at least make it for a fairer fight, with older teachers here and all. You. Yeah, honestly, Night Drifter, I like you. I like you, man. You're an enemy, but you're an honorable enemy, and I can respect that. Hehe. I don't recall ever teaching you to make a face like that in front of an enemy. Fine. It's not like stopping one attack makes you our ally. At least one of my pupils knows what she's talking about. Perhaps I shall open myself a humble Wing Yuan here in Hong Yuan once this contract is over. Okay, and good, Xichun is here. Let me just check something here. Yep, she has all her passives. That's good. Good, she has all her passives. That should give me a lot more leeway. No more babysitting. No babysitting needed. So who shall fight what? Okay, so the Night Drifter has full low. So let's start with the back and do our usual thing. Okay, which of these can you actually counter? Okay, I'm going to counter that one. But these can you counter? I'm going to counter that one. You want to clash and win? Favor, favor. Favor, favor, struggle, struggle. Those two are the hardest ones to deal with. So I'll put you up against that one for now. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Okay, so you take over that one. You take over that one. Okay, let's see if this works. And yes, she has her own thing going. Okay, good. Sinclair's doing a good job. Dodge, though. Answer me! Hey, Shao Pak! Okay, I'm going to have to offset his dodge. Note to self, I need to designate someone to offset that dodge. Yeah, I can't. That dodge is strong. I can't fight it normally, so I need to offset it whenever possible. Noted. So you need to regain. Okay, Xichun has that one handled, so you can offset the dodge. That way, I can actually get through to him. Okay, let's see here. Which ones can you? Unopposed, favored, so I'll take that one. That's it there. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. So can you... Struggling, struggling, struggling. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Dominating, dominating. That one looks important, so I'm going to take that one out. Sinclair, do a good job here, please. Thankfully, this is a high roll, so can it beat any of these? It can. Take that one out. I don't know what it does, but it needs a guaranteed. So. Struggle. Any better odds? No. You have better odds? Yes. So then I can have... Need to... You have your speed. Do you have it going? Okay, Gregor, you offset his dodge. Dodge, you murder this guy. Decrease our enemy numbers down by a bit. Oh, and then... And then I guess, Faust, I'm going to roll the dice here. I don't have any other better options here. So, hopefully this works. Bugger. Okay, she's not dead. Okay. Good job, Xichun. Take that guy down. That's another one. Okay. Beat him with the briefcase. Good. So yeah, this is a case where you need to offset the guy's ridiculous dodge so that it doesn't cause you problems. You know, this is one of the better base egos because, like, it just hits so hard. It rolls so high that it makes great for when you really need to clash for something. Good, you got...
저기는 땅에 떨어졌네. 이제 우리를 누가 막겠는가?
Okay, good. I think it's time to swap ends. That. Yeah, you're not going to clash any of those. So I'll power counter that one. That one, let's see. How can you beat any of these? Can. Good. We have favored there. Neutral there. Okay, we have favored there. Dominating with... I'm going to dominate that one just to be safe. Neutral, favored, good. I can do this right. That... I can't... That wouldn't work. Okay. Worth a shot. Actually, I just need to clash with this guy. I just need to clash with this guy twice for him to die, so that should take care of that. Neutral, favored, neutral. Okay, so that guy should take care of that. Take care of. Neutral there, and that's hopeless. I'm gonna take the chance for neutral hit. Where's this targeting? And does Faust have defense assist? He does. So, okay, if I understand this usage of this correctly, I think this should trigger defense assist and then take... Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that defense assist worked. Good. Xichun takes care of that one.
꽃처럼 화려하며 바람처럼 가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게.
And that, okay, that's one. That's taking care of that. Sinclair, deal with him. Alright, he's staggered now. Oh well. I knew it. Doesn't matter what didn't matter what I rolled there. I just need to get him to roll twice.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만.
Alright, another stagger. That's going to be annoying next round. That's
저
that.
해충들을 모여내라. 물러나라. 네 목숨은 아직 따로 쓸 곳이
또
적을
방심하다가
물어뜯고 너의
당하셨네요.
쓸모를 보여라.
하지만 아직 더 할 수 있으신 거 알고
Okay,
있습니다.
okay. So,
조금 더 해보시죠.
okay. So this is where things going to get interesting. So, Xichun is dominating that. I don't have to care about that one. I mean that. Which ones are you favored against? Hopeless, hopeless. Let's slow him down so I can. That should slow him down a little bit. Then he. I'll send you off to that guy because I don't have any other alternatives here. So, and you, good. You can take care of that one, and that just leaves these ones. I'll take down this one, and that's the best I got. I got the. He still has his fairly insane dodge. Oh, although it's weaker this time, so hopefully this works, and Ishmael has her 2-3 attacks going.
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 치워주죠. 무상한 목숨.
Good, good. That's free damage. Xichun, be a beast.
마지막은 운영.
Oh yeah, like Xichun. You are like, imagine she got this strong just from a month of training. This is like this is sort of like how Frieza in Dragon Ball got kind of insane, his insane golden form from early Dragon Ball to like the newer ones just from training for about a year. How long have you been training? 1 month. But I got the momentum again. Although, if you only would stop staggering my units after losing.
명에 따라 홍원을 지켜라.
Oh.
무상한 목숨. 불끈한 지원.
Yeah, if you trained for a year, she would be color grade.
저대로 두면 아르카나들에게 당할 걸. 동료라면 어서 저 친구를 보살펴줘.
I don't have enough for that one just yet. But he has 3 paralyzes on him now, which on the one hand is great. On the other hand, it makes it kind of annoying to figure out how my clashes are going to work. I'm going to just have you take care of that guy.
헤어내리.
I just need to get do enough damage to stagger him, though. He's almost on the stagger threshold. $69. Nice. Come on, you can do it. He's almost staggered. Come on, lay him out on his ass. Answer me, He Shao Pak. Ah, good, he's staggered now. And I think that's my victory. He was certainly a powerful foe, despite the casual way with which he carried himself. We'd already experienced a hint of his strength then, when he invaded our room during the family hierarch war, and swiftly took out his target before leaving. Yep, he just sort of wanted to get that booze, get the money, and get out. But yes. There are slithering noises coming from above. The meta for this one is so that Murder-chun can... Oh. Yeah, that does make sense. Get your own sinners killed quickly as possible so that Xichun can just, kill everyone because she is a utter beast. Just an utter beast. Personally, I'm probably just going to mess around in my free time with this to see what kind of strange builds I can get up to. More Heishao. Can't fight him and the Sea Branch off at the same time. But if we were to try to create a distance between us and where the Sea Branch are waiting to strike us, the Knife Drifter will try to exploit that opening. Considering that we had to keep Xichun safe, I wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out here. Well, yeah, call for optimal is high, but keep this in mind as well. People can optimize the fun out of games, and while that can happen sometimes, I like trying to keep it fun. Haha, is it hard to recall your training outside our lessons? Remember that your gaze is a form as well. Your enemies will take notice if you don't stop constantly eyeing the door like a novice. See, the snakes have already mobilized to close off that exit. She's bluffing. That's a bluff. He did that on purpose. Ah, you're stalling until the Heishao packs of the family hierarch arrive. Your strategies and thoughts are plain as day. See, that's why. These snakes are so impatient to complete the deed and slink back into their holes. The Night Drifter produced another tree branch from his clothes and quickly cast it toward the door behind which the Heishao were gathered. And with a thwack, the heavy roof atop the large door instantly crumbled, burying it and blocking off the snakes from entering. It was as though he hit an invisible weakness of the brickwork. I thought I'd give you snakes enough warning to head back. What are you doing? Why? Tisk, tisk, tisk. The bumbling hierarch's promise to bring real change to Hongyang has given rise to a certain intrusive thoughts that was put to sleep long ago. Once upon a time, a blade fiend of an infamous syndicate earned himself the hollow honor of joining the 10 Blades of the East. I'm not surprised. Yet what use is all that if he could not prevent his little girl from passing on before her old man on a restructuring day? What use is strength if there's nothing behind you to protect? The world averted its gaze from me, so I looked away it in return. Leaving behind my rooms, my steel, I picked up a simple tree branch to be my sole companion as I drifted about the city. When I abandoned my honor and name, all that remained was a life of living for the sake of living, nothing more. Yep, I've noticed that he's been using tree branches, and I believe the same fate would doubtlessly come for the rotten land of Hongyang as well, just as it had for this useless drunk, devouring it in the surging darkness as the sun falls yonder. Yet, doubt rears its head for the first time. It is the rooster's cry that signals the night's end. Do you see? The sun rises even in Hongyang. Listen well, for your final lesson begins. Emptiness of sound, Keep the venom within, and let it not leave your tongue. Emptiness of form. One who aims to bring change to these lands must do so without the knowledge of curmudgeons too logged in wicked tradition to see a better path. Emptiness of mind. In Hongyang, a land where even the sky lies out of sight, do not let your mind be too transparent. Do not let the Heishao stray from your presence again, not even for a moment. Rule of fear is a detestable thing indeed, yet you will gain nothing by appearing like an easy mark. Yep, you need to show strength, even if you don't want to rule by fear. Yes, master. Then, do what you must. It won't be very becoming of the hierarch of Hongyang to let live a fell assassin who dared make an attempt at her life. As Xichun wordlessly tightened her grip around her weapon. Very good. Emptiness makes for a pleasant sight, doesn't it? The Night Drifter grinned, having caught the encroaching scent of death. Night Drifter, you have done well. Oh, let us dance until the end of this life.
꽃처럼 화려한 날, 바람처럼 가볍지만
If only I could read Chinese. But this would be a show of strength. The Night Drifter stumbled. He smelled a pungent, bitter wine. When the unsieved dregs of old, cloudy wine settle, and the bitter life is left behind, the clear, crisp waters shall spring forth, twinkling under the sun's apricity. Thus ends the life of a man who had nothing, lived for nothing, and died with the goal of handing the future to one who will change it.
다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thanks for pushing me hard there, Viridian, because that... Magnifique. Great way to end off here. Now, let's show them the proof. The incident was quickly swept under the rug as independent actions of an anonymous, unaffiliated assassin only known as the Night Drifter. Of course they were. As he was not registered to any kind of life insurance plan, his body was buried among the many unnamed graves of Hongyang. I hear that there was a very unsavory incident at the most recent exam. I must say, it is fortunate that no important blood was spilled during it. I would so love to cut you lengthwise with a rusty carving knife. A nameless, faceless man infiltrated the living quarters of Dongyuan. I can only be glad that he met the deserved fate. Anyone who was on the site could attest to the fact that my guests and I were assailed by Heishao Sea Branch as well. No, stream's still good on my end. And is it good on is it good everyone else? Good here? My stream should still be going. Yeah, it should still be going on my end. Okay, yeah, it was mag scabs. Okay. If anyone's going to be held responsible, don't you agree that the blame should fall squarely on whoever decided to send the snakes to that particular location at that specific time, Big Sister Yuan-shun? Okay, good, good. I was worried I was going to get scuffed at the last minute. Is that so? Yet they testify that their presence was only to eliminate the drifter of the night, who dared sneak into Dongyan. Earlier than your own Heishao pack even. This woman. Yeah, not only did you get me a new master, in your impatience to see my growth, asked that same master to harm me. You've certainly outdone yourself, sister. He was nothing more than a boorish executioner of Hongyang, who was willing to do anything for money. I hope you won't be blaming your dear sister for the crime that man has committed independently, out of his own volition. Wow, this woman. She is more of a snake than the sea branch. Xichun, I believe this only reinforces my argument that the people of Dongyang aren't the only people who believe that you are terribly out of your depth for the task. But Yuan-shun, I've learned so much thanks to you. Rest assured, I won't ever forget those lessons. I understand that many of you may be unhappy or frustrated with me. But you know what's an undeniable truth? That I am still the legitimate victor of the family hierarch war. Sure, Big Sister Yuan-shun might know more about the details of Hongyang's administration for now. You might fill your pockets for now. But in the long run, you know she does not have Hongyang's best interests at heart. Inadequate I may be, but I am still the chief executive director here at H-Corp. And you, dear Big Sister, are a temporary visiting outsider from Q-Corp. Yep, basically, you're an invading force. As its hierarch, I know exactly what Hongyang needs, and I will give the best of my efforts to bring my vision for this land to reality. A place where no one needs to live in fear. A place where one does not need to project fear. Yes, that is my vision for Hongyang, for H-Corp. I never would have known a month ago that our hierarch had such vast ambitions. She's really saying it. Yep. The 4 great houses and I, we ruled and knew this land like the back of our hands before you were even a fetus. So what? You're old, woman. Get out. Indeed, I can tell. I suppose that's why Dongyang's growth never seemed to stop, while more and more people outside it seem to be falling to their deaths from their homes with every restructuring day. Don't you know the plastic nature of humanity? People will get used to the shadows when the heavens are shrouded. So if you won't cooperate with us, we will... No, I'm not the one who needs to cooperate. I am the hierarch. Besides, your us is done. Respected members of the board, I believe I have clearly explained my will. Forget about all of your under-the-table deals, and vote with your hearts. You seem very confident, Xichun. In case you didn't know, winning those exams has nothing to do with guaranteeing the results of the vote of no confidence. But you see, Yuan-shun, that you don't understand the hearts of the people in this room. You don't understand what these people actually want. You are just as much of a rotten worm as that old woman. Oh yeah? I don't know. At this point, the vote seems like a mere formality to me. On what grounds? Just a hunch. Not that you'd understand. Yep, you don't understand. Tisk. It's true with how often she's changed the conditions of these tests and votes, you can hardly trust her to be consistent. That's one bit. You keep changing things. How can you trust everyone else to... Yeah, if you keep changing the rules, how can you trust her to follow her agreement? That is indeed in stark contrast with the Hierarch, who promised 30 days of return time and met it precisely on the dot. It is clear which one of them could provide more stability for administrative purposes. Yeah, schemer gets schemed against. Yeah, that's the big thing. Schemers you scheme against. Honorable people are honorable. And honestly, one of the fun things from a fanfic I remember reading was the idea that against schemers, the best way to go about it and to win is to be blunt, honorable, and honest. Because schemers will never trust you not to be scheming. They will never think you're telling the truth. They all think you're lying. I must have misjudged her in the past. She's not petty. She knows when to be serious. And I think she's got a good grip on the gravity of war without being consumed by the fear of it. And she remembered my name. That's the clinker, because no one remembers her name. I'll have to double check, but I think it was more of a one of the anthology misc things. I have to double check. I think it was basically like Girl Genius insert to Girl Genius playing the Europa politics situation. I will give it a quick look, see if I can find it, then send you a link, Scarborough. Your name. With her eloquence, strategic prowess, and boldness, I believe that the current family hierarch is well qualified for her position. I also have faith that she will not ill-treat those of lower station than her. If she's got the handle on how to treat the heart of the smallest child, then I believe she has the capacity to tend to the hearts of those larger as well. While I would be remiss to judge so quickly, she has shown remarkable change and improvement over a short period of time. I say she is someone of rare talent you mustn't lose so easily. No problem, I like sharing my stories and fanfics. I just gotta find it. I think there are 3 possibilities, I just need to double check. Shi Jing, Shi Huazhen, and Wang Zhao and Wang Kungshan. Omitted, she's been at the center of all kinds of fun, entertaining events in the world as I lost and gained and lost and gained my neck. Just think about the amusement she'll bring as the family hierarch. Pan, you actually care about us. Stop being tsundere. And even Pan, who shared his sentiments via a letter, voted against the motion of no confidence. How does it feel to be hoisted and to lose? Like I said, a mere formality. A state of crisis specifically refers to a situation in which the family hierarch is unable to perform their duties, or is affected by serious physical or mental impairment. I am both sound of mind and body. I can handle all duties appertaining to the seat of the family hierarch, which means that your services are no longer needed here. Not that they ever were, big sister. Don't you think you've more than overstayed your welcome by now? Here I was, wondering what you were doing with this ragtag group of half-wit nobodies like your brother. I suppose you didn't spend the whole month lounging around. Very well. Savor this little victory for a while. I understand that it was a significant endeavor for you to attain it. Be safe on your way home, big sister. Don't come back. And please, do watch your health. You've always been a sickly child come winter, haven't you? Remember that the only way is down once you've reached the peak. Tisk, there goes the perfect opportunity to take control of Hongyang. But our time shall come. Hongyang, without the Jianhuang worm, will fall behind and get crushed under the wheels of progress. Then, nothing. Bayu said that he smells no fragrance from me anymore. Don't let that linger on your heart, little Bao Chai. Crawling in the muck alongside those lowly plebeians must have dulled his senses. No? No, that's not it. Am I even useful to you anymore? Bayuk won't come back. I can't make him come back. I understand that now. At least not come with me to Q-Corp. Huh? But even my own family has cast me out. What could I possibly do? Like, Bao Chai, literally, if you just came to the bus and offered to work for us, we would gladly just put you on the bus. Like, there are tons of options. Have I not given you my word? Yes, and that is as valuable as garbage on my tongue. That I can make him return. These strategies will say that one must stir trouble in the east and strike from the west. Now that trouble has stirred in H-Corp, they will hardly have the wherewithal to fix their eyes upon the goings of Q-Corp. When the time comes, your fragrance shall spread beyond H-Corp to Bayou. I trust that he will never sit idly when danger threatens Jia Xichun. But I have nothing. Poor little Bao Chai. Even you are blinded to the shadows cast by your own lamplight. Yeah, I value her word just as much as I value some rotting, discarded garbage. Allow me to illuminate what use you may be to me. Worry not. I am your only remaining light after all, aren't I? You are. I am going to so enjoy murdering that woman. With Xichun watching us with an oddly bashful look, we prepared for our departure from Dongyuan. Given that Mephistopheles still showed no signs of coming back, it seems that we were to be assigned to various odd jobs around this area for a little while. Not to mention the news of distortions occurring in H-Corp. We are finally leaving this place for real, huh? Yep. Although, like, I'm not going to miss it. Like, this place is fucked up. But I'm going to miss Xichun. Xichun, we'll be heading out soon. Yeah, whatever. Get your butts out of here, please. Don't even think about looking back. Xichun exaggeratedly waved her hand to make us leave. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, there's no place in the city that isn't fucked, but this place is fucked up in a different way. Hey, if we ever get the chance... Yeah, fat chance, I'm sure we've both made more than our fill of each other. Both had more than our fill of each other for this lifetime. Besides, I'll be too busy to go anywhere for a while anyway. Well then, if you ever need our help, our line's always open. Hey, I'm the family hierarch. Who needs whose help now? Oh yes, I've noticed. I've seen fan art of that, and it is adorable. You truly wear authority well now. Speaking of which, you still have to stay here in Hongyang, don't you? Did you find a place to stay? No, not yet. Why don't you just stay here for a little bit, instead of going out there again and risking getting scammed? Yihuanquan's open, you know. Oh my. For all that get out, go away, and don't ever think about coming back, seems to me you're pretty sad to see us go, aren't ya? You said that. I'm just extending my generosity and giving you an opportunity to be more efficient. Remember your last attempt at finding a lodging here. The whole building melted away. To be fair, that was a special circumstance. Anyway, I'll let everyone know that your party is free to enter and leave Dongyang whenever you want, so use it if you want. After pelting us with that rapid-fire answer, without giving us even a second to reply, she whipped around and left to join Wei. Who, verily, to be an educator of another was a task most daunting. Did that lass even teach a proper class? Oh, don't tell me her class consisted of showing off those figurine collections and forcing the students to sit through another one of her obscure lore summaries. No, honestly, Don Quixote's class was pretty good. Well, Heath, I sure hope you didn't let Sinclair completely walk all over you. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I sure hope Rhodia didn't get shown up in her own area of expertise. That's, ahem. Always smoky lass with a penchant for abbreviations. How'd your classes go? Did you manage to teach him anything, or did you just abbreviate your way through the whole lesson? She was a mother. Speaking of which, don't think I've seen you smoking in a while. She was around kids. You don't smoke around children. NSIFFOK. Haha, yeah, no smoking in front of kids. I remember you saying something about how it's totally against common sense to smoke in front of a kid. I just like that. Speaking of which, you had some awesome tricks up your sleeve, Ryoshu. I never thought you'd know how to do things like that. Well, she has her own kid. People learn when there's a need. And foreshadowing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ever since the classes began, Ryoshu started looking far off into the distance with an odd expression. Sometimes she'd hum a melody we hadn't heard of before. Bummer, we didn't get to sit in on each other's classes. It would have been nice to see different sides of everyone. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about once we head back, huh? Yeah? Like, can you imagine everyone just joining in? That would be fun. Although once again, I just love it when Faust gets to be a bit silly. You know, tinkering with something blows up in her face. That was fun. I really wasn't sure where I could possibly get started. Well, since Xichun's given us the option, let's head back to Yihuanguan. You've seen them off with surprising stoicism, my lady. Haven't you been rapidly eyeing their departure date on the calendar, over and over, with a look that could just as well be mournful? Oh, that's because I couldn't wait to get those freeloaders off my back. Well, now that now that their company has departed, I suppose peace shall reign over Dongyang for a while. Also, I'm fairly certain I've been mispronouncing that name, but I don't understand Chinese names. My lady, I believe you are now prepared to stand alone against whatever trial that comes your way. He's not alone. Yeah, I know. I also know that I'll carry the lessons they've taught me in my heart for a long, long time. I raised that girl. I raised that girl. And with that, we've reached the conclusion. That was nice. That was lovely. It is. Now, I believe I have enough. Perfect. So, I have enough for 20 pulls. Is this kind of a waste considering it's only like a couple days until it comes out? Yes. Am I doing this anyway because I refuse to let my luck die? I refuse to have bad luck? Yes. I am going to win this time. So as a way to finish, horse, horse, horse. Please, come on. Alright, gotcha gods, please don't spook me this time. Horse, horse. Yes! Yes! Finally, I got you. Horse has been acquired. His Majesty's Hongyang converges with vision for Young at its culmination, young miss. I intend to realize your dream that has failed to bloom, though his path be ridden with bloodshed. Thus, young miss, please, never forgive this wretched guard of yours. Haha. Yeah. I did it! I did it! I did. Yeah. Finally, I got the horses. Finally, I have the Ume Musume. Okay. And I also have Chicken Man now. This is a good day. This is a good day. Magscab! Haha! I won! I won this time, Magscab! I won! I won! And now I don't have materials to raise him. Damn it. Damn it. Still, I think this is a perfect send-off, everyone. Thanks for coming to the stream. I'm happy everyone arrived, and this, I think, is one of my most successful streams so far. Lots of people coming in, lots of chatting. So I just want to say thank you all for coming to this wonderful, wonderful stream. No problem, Viridian. Thanks for being loyal. Well, next time, since I timed this pretty much just right, well, I'm getting Silk Song in the future, so look forward to that between all the various gachas. So until next time, everyone, bye-bye!